Old B was up for hours last night, and then when I look at the video that he made, it was so good that I have to publish it on my channel. Oh dear, he should not ask me to publish it in his channel, innit? It should be him doing it.
This video is about retiring to the Philippines. You talk about retiring to the Philippines, and this is the picture that a lot of people conjure up in their mind. This is a vacation. This is not retirement. You know, this is something you do a couple weeks of the year. And even if you are here retired in the Philippines, you can go out, do it a little bit more often. But you can't live your life on the beach. And people just don't understand that this is not retirement in the Philippines. Most expats I know are not living this lifestyle and as retirees here in the Philippines. There's people that come here to the Philippines that are hiding from something in their home country, whether it's child support for the kids they've left behind, or the fact that they've failed and gone bankrupt and they think they're going to have a fresh start over here. But the majority are normal folks that have worked hard all their life, put the money aside to enjoy it, and then come here and retire. And that's really what this video is about. Most people coming over here are already set, those that want to retire. You got a few idiots that think they're going to make money over here, I don't know, win the lotto, I suppose. Now, it's a lot different to retire here in the Philippines than it is to just come over for a month or two on vacation. Every day when I get up, I'm free to do whatever I want. I haven't got to worry about rushing back home or looking forward to the end of the vacation. It's a lot different being here living than it is on vacation or holiday, whatever you want to call it. And that's what this video is about today. When people are saying, oh yeah, come on, you can live on a $500 a month pension, well, you ain't going to have much stake on $500 a month, I can tell you that. Like I said, stuff has cost you more over here than your own country because it's been imported. I still got to pay me taxes back in the UK and do me little bit. I ought to put this channel in, I suppose, as a tax loss. Claim all my computers and cameras. But one of the best bits of advice I can give you is you're gonna have to have something to fill your time. I'm getting into orchids now. I've asked her all a good dozen times, get me some pots, but she won't. I don't really want her to touch them because she'd give them the kiss of death. Well, look like she's touched eight plants, they're dying. As soon as she's touched them, that's a kiss of death. She'd be better off with eight plastic ones that she featured. And even they would wilt. What are you doing here? Hey! What are you doing up here? Who said you're allowed up here? How many times have I told you you're not allowed up here? Hey! Open your eyes, I'm talking to you. How many times? Don't pretend you're going to sleep, you little bastard. Hey! Who said you're allowed up here? Come on, who said it? You know you're not allowed up here, aren't you? All right. Outvoted, am I? I'll tell her to finish getting this broken up tomorrow. Needs cleaning up. Someone was saying you ought to put concrete down instead of rocks here. Trouble is, you put concrete down, they'd drive on it, break it all up. That's how I'd have to go down like 8 inches. And they'd just make it easier. So if I put these rocks down, that makes life a little bit more awkward for them. I just showed you me playing with my dog and what I'm doing with my plants and looking at the building work. But that is what living over here is like. I don't go out every day, especially with all, like I said, with all this COVID crap. But even before that, I would go out 2 or 3 times a week, eat out, but you spend a lot more time at home. So that's why I was saying I'm interested in koi carp. You need the hobbies. That's what you got to start thinking about. Life is going to change if you come here to retire. You can get pretty much anything you want over here. Cereals, biscuits, chocolate, all imported. It costs more than your home country because it's imported. You pay that little bit more, but you can get pretty much anything you want, right? All these people say, oh, you can't get this or you can't get that. They're only saying that because they're either not looking or not prepared to pay the price, right? Things cost more here in the Philippines if you want to live a Western lifestyle. If you want to come over here and eat dry fish, soy sauce, and rice, you're going to save money. But if you want your Reese's Pieces and your Kit Kats and your Mars bars, your Maltesers, and you're going to end up paying a lot more for it. There will be lifestyle changes. When I was in England, I used to enjoy driving. Used to love it. Have nice cars, drive around. It was part of life. Over here, driving is a chore. It's a problem. It's a burden. You don't really want to do it if you can avoid it. And those sort of little lifestyle changes are going to come with retirement. It might be something you don't think about. You're going to have a lot of time to fill. You're busy working in your home country, or likely you're busy working in your home country. You come over here, no employment, just a life of leisure. You've got a lot of time to fill, and that is a hell of an adjustment that takes a little getting used to. I see a lot of people say, oh, I've only got another 10 months to go. I retire in 10 months and I'm going to the Philippines. It won't be long before I can go to the Philippines, another year, then I can get my pension and all this. But what you've got to remember, when you come here, you're going to come and it's going to be, like I said, lifestyle changes. And one of the most major changes that people just don't comprehend is the amount of free time that you're going to have. You can only sit around the pool so many times, drinking beer. It will soon start doing you no good. You've got to occupy your time. I occupy my time with building projects and little ideas, and there's always something to do or something to supervise. I know a few people that got farms. There's always something to do on the farms. If they think they're going to make a profit from those farms, then they're dreaming. But what they're doing is, while they're on the farm, they're not in expensive restaurants or taking expensive vacations around the Philippines. So it actually saves them money, even if they're losing money on the farm, if that makes sense. So you've got to occupy your time. And if you're going to live here, if you're only going to come here on vacation, yeah, go round, visit all the sites, really enjoy yourself, and do all those sort of things. But it soon becomes boring if you're doing that week on, week out, you soon get fed up and you just want a little bit of home life. Well, that's me. And another thing you got to make sure is you got the money to be able to retire. Don't rely on trying to make money over here. You're going to struggle. The opportunities, the protectionism is all working against you. Ownership is all working against you. You've got to have the cash to be able to survive. There's poverty here. Some of these packs of chicken, two of these packs of chicken add up to more than some people earn all day. A lot more. And don't make the mistake thinking all Filipinos are poor. Some will spend more on their dog than some foreigners spend on themselves. There's a lot of money here in the Philippines, but like I said, it's hard to do business here. It's protectionism, which I don't blame them, but you've got to play by their rules. You're going to be frustrated. Go into the bank, draw out some money, and take up half a day. And, queues. You're in the bank for an hour, hour and a half, waiting to draw out cash. Because the ATMs will only pay 10 grand at a time. Now, if you ask me how much it costs to retire in the Philippines, I would say it's going to cost you the same as if you were retiring in your country. And now a lot of people are going to jump down my throat for that and say, "Oi," but I'm talking about comparable lifestyles. If you're prepared to come over here and have a lesser lifestyle than what you would have in your home country, then it'd be cheaper. If you want a better lifestyle, it's going to be dearer, because that's going from my personal experience. When I go back to England, I might send back 5 or 6 ballot buying boxes filled up with food that I bought in England, because it's actually cheaper in England than it is here. I can get 4 tins of baked beans in England for the same price that I can buy one over here. And but you'll get people say, "Oh yeah, but you should be eating local food." Why? I've grown up with that food. That's the food that I want. But I know to have that lifestyle and have that diet here in the Philippines is costing me more. Now, I remember seeing a couple, right? And they looked up and said, it was a foreigner over here, just started up a YouTube channel with his Filipino wife, right? And he'd been living in the country, I think, about 6 weeks, when he was declaring that you can live a comfortable lifestyle as a foreigner for 15 pesos per month, $300. And then he looked across at his wife and he said, "How much, dear, to live a Western lifestyle?" Now, bearing in mind, his wife never been out of the country. I think she was either a sales girl or a maid when he met her, I'm not sure. Right? So she's never earned a lot of money. Right? I don't know what she spent on her education, but like I said, I don't think she's been out of the country. So she's never travelled. She don't know what a Western lifestyle is. But she was happy to state that, oh yeah, you can live a Western lifestyle for $1,000 a month. And people believe this crap, right? If you want to live a comfortable lifestyle in the Philippines, it's going to cost you the same sort of figure as if you were living a comfortable lifestyle or comparative lifestyle in your home country. You save on things like housing, but if you're living a Western lifestyle, your food's going to cost you more than your home country. Now, you can throw all that out the window and live like a local, and you'll save money. You can live in a bamboo shed, no electric, and getting your water from a well and bathing outside. You'll save money. There's no doubt about it. But you can live under a bridge and save money if you wanted to. But I'm talking about normal folks that are coming over here. They retire. They've worked hard all their life. They want that little bit of comfort. They don't want to just come over here and that's the end of it. Step down in the latter twilights of their years. They want to enjoy their life. They want to have enough to travel around. And in my opinion, it will cost you just as much as if you were retiring in the West. But that's my opinion. You're going to have a lot of people that's going to disagree, and they're entitled to disagree. But I've lived here 17 years, and I can only share my opinion on this unmonetized YouTube channel. I'm not doing it for. I haven't got a YouTube channel in order to survive, because there's a lot out there that give you advice that you want to hear because they want to have the views, and because they need their YouTube channel to survive, and yet and people are taking notice of what they had to say. But normal folks, they know what it costs, and why should they give up their luxuries because they've moved to the Philippines? You want to improve your life, not step up, not step down. But there's a lot of natural beauty here in the Philippines, and I want to see a lot more myself. And when this COVID crap is over, I want to go out. I want to get into photography as well and build up the channel. And I can't emphasize enough that you're going to have hobbies and interests and all that. Otherwise, it drives you nuts. You can't just go to the pub every night drinking, and you soon get fed up with it. It don't do you any good. But that's my opinion, and I no doubt it'll start a few contrary opinions in the comments. But yeah, let's see what's said, and I might revisit the subject. But I've had my fair share of trips and staying at places and meals out, but it's a vacation. That's how I look at it. It's not retirement. It's alright for a year or two. I was doing it all the time, but after a while you just want to live a nice simple home life, and like you would, slow down a bit and just enjoy your time and relax. But yeah, let's wait and see. Guaranteed there's people going to disagree.